Right. Wow.
You want this recorded?
I think we're good. It's going on Facebook Live. Well, here. Okay, hang in there, Facebook Live. It's always, I've got to give Tyhson permission. It's kind of hilarious. I don't know why he keeps asking, but sure. There you go, Tyhson. All right. So hold on one second. We'll give people a view of this beautiful Zoom room. So welcome everyone to our fall equinox radical earth heart resonance. And tonight focusing on mending the hoop and focusing on the new Madrid EarthRing 2020. So just a little introduction to tonight. Some of you were in our Zoom loving room this morning, early before the fire, where we came together and really ignited this beautiful collective non-local release of the cords of trauma that tie to the US and the world through its multinational people, national people, and the new Madrid EarthRing. And we'll give you a picture of that pretty soon. And I'm here with Shelley Darling, with Tyhson, Banighen, Charlie, Riverman. I have to, Shanti Hart, I see you, and Grace and Flo, Deborah Cruz, just giving you some of the people that are working part of the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium. And if I'm missing you, am I missing anybody else? I think we're good. Yeah. So we're here tonight with Peter Champoux, who is a geomancer and dowser. And I'm just going to, I just put it on speaker view just so that you know, so that people on Facebook can actually see you. And I'm not trying to cut everybody out, but it's an opportunity for us people to be able to really feel what you're saying and who you be here tonight. And Ms. Amani White has been just such a powerful energy and voice tonight. Her fire is going in Swannanoa, one of the sacred sites that we've been working on with that has a peace chamber that is connected to all these other landforms that we'll be connecting in with tonight. So with that, I think it'd be really beautiful. We want to welcome you on Facebook Live to not just be a watcher, be a sharer, and to bring your voice in. You can always jump in, but also just to type in, and we will bring you into the circle. So tonight, we always start with a heart resonance. It is really how this connection field was birthed. It is how the connection field gets held. And we're building, consciously focusing on cultivating an ethos of wholeness, as well as if you can just imagine this beautiful rainbow bridge with the rainbow serpent, this connection that moves through this web of love, moves through this web of light, that we're here tonight to really build and amplify this field of coherence. So with that, I think we'll just start with a little bit of, let's start with silence, actually. Let's just take a breath. And let's open up the field with our love, with our presence. And we're going to do for you a little rolling resonance. If you don't know what that is, we'll give you an insight to this. So just tuning in to the mother's heartbeat in connection with your heartbeat. As Peter said this morning, it's a little bit slower, but we're coming into a deeper resonance, feeling her water, feeling her soil, feeling the wind, the air, connecting in with the trees. And feeling our roots go deep. So just imagine a beautiful ancient tree near where you are standing in your power of place. And feel your taproot going down, feeling down deep into the crystalline layer of the earth, into the primal waters. And this water that is one source water that connects us all, we just begin there tonight. For it's been said today that water heals everything. And as we take another breath, we breathe in this presence of love, of joy, and we allow ourselves, just as that tree, to stand tall, not rigid, flexible, open, to receive whatever information wants to come in tonight through us and as us. We open our branches as we open our hearts. And we honor the ancestors. We honor the ancients. And we honor the DNA of the living Akash here tonight, that's always moving us into our highest potential. And taking another breath, I'm going to pass it over to Charlie. And he's just going to continue with this resonance.
As we gather, each one of us from a place deep within our hearts, let us bring forth the peace, the light, the love that each of us truly are. Breathing it into this beautiful field of heart resonance without any intention, just breathing together as a whole, complete, nothing to add, nothing to take away. We've gathered here tonight for this special purpose of offering ourselves, offering our energies to Mother Earth, to her traumas, to the traumas of humans that have come and gone and probably returned. And yet that trauma still is held. On this day of balance, it's time to be released. Just allow your hearts to extend to your mind that this is the purpose we have chosen to be here for. And know that you will be guided and assisted from all directions. I will pass Midnight Mother to Tyhson.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for gathering at this sacred time of the equinox. And may we envision ourselves around the circle of mending the hoop. And may you imagine that standing in a circle, that we're joining heart to heart. And if you could put out your left hand and feel the energy from the person beside you, it's receiving through your left hand. And as you hold the hand of the person to the right of you that you're giving, and let the energy come from what you're receiving through your heart and giving to the next person. And imagine that going all around the circle. And let's do counterclockwise as we clear all the energy that no longer serves us, to make way for the divine to flow through us. And as we become one with the heart of Mother Earth in the center, let us then come all the way back with the energy and feel your own energy returning to you in your left hand and back into your heart. And now from your heart out through your left hand, giving now, and the other person in the right hand receiving, go round the circle one more time around this hoop, this circle of completion, and feel the counterclockwise divine energy flowing into the circle as we gather here tonight, joining heart to the heart of Mother Earth and to the heart of Father Sky. I am truly grateful for this time, for this opportunity to have done ceremony with the morning light, to gather and to pay tribute to all the incredible opportunities to feel Mother Earth in my mini garden and to help create heaven and earth in my backyard. I'm so grateful for all the abundance of all the tomatoes and all the nuts and the apples and the fruits and everything and all the friends that gathered. And may we have that heaven and earth everywhere on planet Earth as we begin to heal what no longer serves us, to bring in the new energy for the new earth. And for all these things on this very special time, I feel truly grateful, and I am now complete. Thank you.
So I'm going to continue with some of the dowsers. Grace, would you like to bring your voice in? And then we'll go over to Amani after Grace to just begin to move some of that energy, open us up.
Yeah, so just take a nice deep breath and open this beautiful personal heart. As you breathe in this higher vibrational energy into this personal heart, just let go of any low vibrational energy. No longer serving you. Let it go with the exhale. And a nice deep inhale, breathing in that beautiful unconditional love, joy, peace into the open personal heart. And as you exhale, let go of any thoughts about the past or future and be fully present here with a calm mind in the present moment and an open personal heart. And together, that is our personal heart power. When connected with all of us together, becomes the global heart power. And I turn it over to you, Amani.
Blessed be.
Woohoo. So just warming up here. Welcome, everyone. Just want to really honor this energy on this autumnal equinox, but at the same time, want to be aware of that for those who are living under the Southern Cross or the South Pacific, that it's the spring equinox, and that we hold that light, that varying light, that duality, which is not duality. Really, it's just parts of the whole, parts of the movement of the whole, and we're holding that here tonight. And just want to let everyone know, this can go on as long as we want it to go on tonight, as long as we're called by Gaia, the mother, through your song, your voice. Everyone's going to get a chance to share here tonight. And we want to really create a focal point and want to invite Peter Champoux, who's here, Geomancer-Dowser, to bring us in to this focal point and why we're here tonight on the fall equinox. And so with that, Peter, it would be really beautiful for you to come on in, and let's see if we can hear you. I mean, we could always hear you. You couldn't hear us. Let's just see if do we have all of you tonight?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Right.
I even made it. I even have a special background for the night's occasion. But I'm in southern Arizona. Just like to give you a look outside to see where I live. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's see, sort of. We just had a rainstorm fall, beautiful rain. First time I've seen rain in probably 2 months. It's really a wonderful thing. So, yeah, 2 deer out walking about. We usually have a vermilion black. And I'm over here in the sacred space of this community I live in called Gateway of Light. So that's where I am. And today is this very special occasion of balance, and it's the idea to bring balance to our nation in this time of polarity. We have, yes, it seems like we're being pulled apart again as a people. And a lot of that has to do with this this EarthRing that called the new Madrid EarthRing. If you will, it's like a great drum. See if I can catch up to my video here. But let's see, this one. Here we go. But it's a great drum. The folks up in the Shoshone, up in Montana and stuff, called the Earth the Great Drum. And the idea is to loosen up the trauma that's within this wheel of power, if you will. There's a line that's called the Missouri Compromise line that really divided the country and created ultimately created the Civil War. So as a trauma line, it's been made aware to me that this parallel still holds that trauma from the Civil War. And we still, as a culture, still hold that trauma from the Civil War, as we all still hold the trauma, both as victims and perpetrators, and with the Trail of Tears and what was done to the native peoples. So this is kind of a broken soul shard in the soul of America that we're trying to heal here this day of balance. So it's a ring that's I call Earth rings, and There are many of them. I haven't numbered them yet, but there are many of them around the planet. And this is one such Earth ring that's centered on the New Madrid seismic zone. And most of these Earth rings have such geologic structures at the center, which suggests that the, as a geomancer, I look at things in a metaphorical language. And when you look at the Earth is a cell. You know, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the metaphor of the Earth is a cell. So the membrane of the cell has all the intelligence and all the consciousness that generates the functioning of the planet. So it's by interfacing with these integral membrane protein-like structures of the planet that we can become good stewards and release these traumas that we're addressing today from the membrane of the planet. So Bruce Lipton talked about how the membrane controls the cell. So all this information going between celestial energy and terrestrial energy goes through these portals. So in order to clearly access these portals of vitality and to for the Earth to maximize its consciousness and collaboration with humans as part of that Earth consciousness that is this membrane. We come together today to hold space for that. I have an offering that we use this prayer called the Holy Grail Vortex Prayer, which I can't seem to get this camera. Oh, everything's backwards. So we're going to say a prayer, and it's the Great Invocation. And this Great Invocation was something that was developed by Nicholas Roerich, and a Tibetan and a theosophist, as a prayer for peace for the UN, as a unity prayer. So here we go. There's 4 stanzas. Each stanza has a vortexual direction. The first 2 are counterclockwise, clearing up the stuff, and the last 2 are clockwise to return the energy back to source. So here we go, the Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. You will see that counterclockwise column of light coming down into the New Madrid confluent zone of the Mississippi River Valley. So you have all these Ohio and Missouri and all these various rivers coming together as almost like the heart of the mother, if you will, the heart of the continent, where, like our hearts have all our blood vessels and veins go through it. Same as this New Madrid seismic zone, which you see there in pink. So right in the center, hold that vortex of light. And around that vortex of light, we form another counterclockwise spin. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ be known on earth. Now, responding to that, lifting up our will to, in a co-creative way, we are working with both the earth and the ancestors and all those beings who have come forward today to participate with us in this grounding and clearing of this trauma of a great people, an international people. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose that the masters know and serve. And finally, from the center, which we call the race of man, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the planet on earth. So I offer that prayer as a goodwill and hope, that we as a nation can come together. Such diverse people, how do we find common ground? In fact, the only thing we have is common ground. And making that a sacred relationship is, I think, a mandate of humans as planetary stewards. When we, as a species, can combine our consciousness to affect the health of the planet, to help the planet, release things that she has taken on for us. This morning, I was soundless. I couldn't hear what anyone was saying, but I could feel the emotions of everyone. It was quite interesting experience. And that made me think of how much, if I can feel the emotions of something else, this non-local thing. The planet also has to be feeling the same way, feeling our pain, feeling our love, feeling, emotion is what is the language of this planet. It's probably our contribution to the galactic community. These emotions can be dangerous and out of control. We throw around our power unintentionally. So it's really, this is a call to walk gently on the earth and treat each other with similar sentiment of love. and working as coherent hearts in a coherent form, that is the 9 points of this new Madrid EarthRing, which was defined by the cities that encompass it in a very obvious ring, between Chicago and New Orleans and Asheville and Oklahoma City. You'll see in red that those are the Trail of Tears. But at the same time, we have this tremendous power that's underneath the earth. And this power generates earthquakes periodically of a 9.5 level in magnitude. So when we, so the earth itself is being torn apart. There's a lot of trauma in the earth itself because the membrane is being ripped open by this rising magma of the New Madrid seismic zone. It goes down about 12 miles. So we have an opportunity to, in this coherent geometric, to communicate with planet Earth. And in a place of known trauma. And if we release the trauma from this place, the earth gets the message, release the trauma. And many ley lines in the world are severed by the trauma of war and electromagnetic frequency. So it's up to human consciousness to help the earth to overcome these difficulties, overcome these stuck energies in her meridians. There's many groups that are gathering today, not just our own. One of them, I just heard, they had a frequency sharing with 1,000 people of the 110 hertz frequency. So everyone is, there's a real collective force at work here. We're all working towards this co-creative relationship with planet. There's the caravan of unity that's traveling across the country, seeding similar frequencies into the land and along ley lines. It's quite interesting that the group decided to take, and it ends up being on a very major native mythic landscape ley line that stretches diagonally across the country. So I'm really happy that you all were inspired enough to join me in this effort. It's an effort of the ages, so thank you. I'm complete for now.
Thank you, Peter. And just for everyone's benefit tonight, and right now it feels really important that everyone just bring their voice in, bring your power of place, your watershed. So we're going to play a little bit, and we have some videos for you tonight. We also are going to do some more protocols and really focus on this beautiful grid, feeling ourselves as tran receivers of this love. So what I'd like to do is just have a little bit of music, and we'll also share a little bit about the consortium and how we ended up here in the connection field. And this place, really, the connection field is simply really a container, where an all-inclusive container where we can come together and feel that Peter was talking about that essence of being a planetary steward. And with that, we each have our gifts. And tonight we're going to open it up as well for each one of you to, take us in, go deeper into the earth. What's your gift? So just be breathing with that. And there's a lot of people here tonight, and want to thank Peter, and he'll come back in for sure. We have just want to check in with Tyhson or Charlie at this point, if you have anything that you want to bring in. And then I don't know if Jerry, I don't know if you want to play a little bit, but any of the musicians can, obviously we want to sing to the earth as well. So let's just start out. So here's a little sort of a golden nugget, because there's a lot of us. So the invitation is to share, really feel ourselves as each person is speaking, where they are on the planet, where their feet, where that connection is, right? As a part of this web of light. And just in the moment, what is if there's something emerging through you, or you can just say your name and pass it on. But we're going to just try this popcorn style. So the way that it works really well is we're building this coherent field of love is to take a pause after each person. So we just take a couple of breaths and allow that sensate experience, like Peter was talking about. He couldn't speak this, he couldn't hear us this morning, but he could feel us. And the mother is feeling us, right? The mother is feeling us. And just want to check in with Amani. Do you want to show that first, Amani, or do you want to let each person share and then we'll...
I think that it's potent to share.
Yeah.
Now, based on what Peter shared with us. So this afternoon, after the prayer, I I've not shared video before, so and I don't talk and do something at the same time well. I walked the land after the ceremony. I was here until about noon. And I went down into, oh, I have to restart. I guess this isn't going to work.
Yeah, it might be not work. Oh, there you go. You got it. I want to see what's happening.
So I walked down into the lower dance grounds and I took out my phone and caught this. It just really speaks to me of the biosphere. So I'm just outside of Asheville, North Carolina, in the Swananoa River watershed, and there are a handful of photographs and experiences like this with video, but this is probably the most epic one that I've ever had. And it just comes over to the end and then it's done. And so I just felt that that was something that all of us wanted to see and feel and be a part of, because it was as a result of what we did here today. And so as caretaker of this land, I'm sending this energy. I've been sending this energy towards the center all day, and thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to hearing where you are from and your name.
Yeah. So one of the things that we've been doing inside of Radical Earth Heart Resonance is really becoming aware and being aware of speaking the language of the land that we're on. And that's what it feels like tonight, to just really speak the language of the land, of the water where you are, what's coming through. It could be an invocation, a prayer, a song, and poignantly and collectively feeling this vibratory membrane, really alive. And it's one of the things that we've been working. Oh, I don't know, about a month and a half ago, maybe longer. I was listening to Imani talk about that land, and it was and what she was experiencing, and we came together as a few of us in the as a part of the consortium and a part of Radical Earth Heart Resonance. We invited people to come in and begin to focus on this land. And little by little by little, the land came alive, and it started singing and it started connecting. And then it called in Peter, and all of us felt this incredible connection with the earth. And Amadi's land and her life shifted to the point where she's now building a home and selling another part of the land. And there's so many pieces to this. And we invite you into this experience here tonight. And then we'll talk about what happens after tonight. But just so as you're speaking, and we're going to try to invite you to keep it to like 1 minute each, so that everyone can come in and we can continue this process of activating and clearing. Because if we're clearing the trauma within our own hearts and we're feeling that love, we know it's happening in the earth. So with that,
Shell, I just got to step in 1 sec. I'm not going to sell the land. It's better than that. It's embodied new earth, new world format. I'm trading it for 5 years of support to build and to take care of the land and take care of the road. And the man that I'm doing that was at Soulfire earlier. And so, yeah, it's art in action. It's like, you know, doing it.
Woo! And Imani, why don't you just say his name into the fire right here, into the circle, because it's really important, because he's been called, this is what happens, the attractor field, the strange attractor gets stronger and stronger.
Humberto Alvarado Ruiz.
Woo! Fantastic. So let's open up the Zoom room, and just, you know, when it's your turn, and we're all going to pause after each person. And Claudia, when you come in, it would be great for you to share the cosmology of the day, because I think that would be a magical piece to drop into this experience as well. So yeah, so the Zoom loving room is now open. If you've never been here before, take a breath and just listen for your calling. Listen to that evolutionary impulse, the land herself calling you.
Hello. Hi. Hi. My name is Keith. This is Alex.
Nice to meet you.
Imani, that is super exciting. I'm really excited to hear about that. And peace to everybody. We're coming from Wilmington, North Carolina, in the Cape Fear water basin. And we just want to share our love and our blessings. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Peter, for sharing what you shared about the circle. And I am really, I really feel that metaphor of the membrane and the heart being all coming together there. And I'm so grateful to get to be a part of this blessing in this circle. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Likewise, feel the same.
Does the beautiful goddess next to you want to say anything?
Hi. Yeah, I echo everything that Keith just said. I feel so grateful to be a part of this wonderful group of healers, and that I truly feel that it's so important for us to be doing this at this time, and healing waters and healing our nation and ourselves. And I love this focus and this focus wheel and the shift. I really appreciate all of you for being here.
Blessed be, yay.
Good evening. This is Jerry in Williams, Oregon, in the Applegate watershed. They invite us to come back to that heart resonance. There have been so many amazing words, and that video is amazing. And as we prepare to share from our locations, from our hearts, just weave this web a little bit more through the sound of this flute, which actually is made from lightning struck poplar from the Asheville area. And that wood is one of the 7 sacred woods of the Cherokee. So I invite you to take a deep breath with me. Let's all tap into that grid.
Thank you, Jerry, for that beautiful vibration. And as it was playing, I saw our circle, which is formed in a circle of 12 around 1. It's how we operate as the Dowsing, Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium. And below that was the circle of 9. And below that was a circle of 6. And below that, 3. Beaming right into the heart of Mother Earth. And so as we gather here and embrace what's coming through for us, please feel comfortable to speak it into this circle. This is a sacred space. It is a protected space. And each one of us are receiving information that is to be shared with each other. And this is part of the healing process. Whenever we work with land or water or whatever needs healing, allow those messages to flow and bring them forth in the form of your breath. Aho.
Blessed equinox, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. This has been beautiful. This is Cheryl standing in the Kachemak Bay, Alaska, the Cook Inlet, which is to the Aleutian chain, and it's what Peter's. So I'm standing in the waters of the Ring of Fire. This morning, there's a drastic change in the weather. It was probably right after you guys had your prayers. A real drastic change in the weather here. The wind came up and the waters were turbulent.
Cheryl, is
Had
Cheryl?
been extremely calm before that. What's coming up for me
Cheryl? Hey,
is when
Cheryl, can you hear us?
you know, the earth is similar, or you reflect the earth as body, and the sun. Yes. Yeah, I guess I'm breaking up, so.
Yeah, it's very, you might want to try to go out and come back in, but yeah, oh, we just lost her. Okay, so passing it over to you, Claudia.
Happy equinox, everybody. Today I am in Vernon, British Columbia. So I know that I am by Swan Lake, but I have no idea what the watershed around here is. But it's a beautiful area and I'm blessed to be here. The ceremony and the energy that we've been working on today and leading up to today has been exciting. It's been fabulous. And I just want to thank everyone that I've shared this energy with and that's shared their energy with me. Today in the Mayan calendar, it is 2A. So not is it only the equinox, that balance point between the light and the dark. But two is the duality. And it is also kind of like this balance point. Sometimes we also have more than one choice of what path we want to walk. There can be many paths. There can be many offshoots that we decide to walk down and check out for a little before we come back to the main path. Today, to is the journey. It's the road. It's being in action, taking action. So as this duality and as this light and dark come into place, we are being asked to continue to walk our path, to make choices. The number 2 also works with partnerships, relationships. And sometimes we need a little self-sacrifice when we're working with others, being a little selfless, working for the greater good of the whole, working with your partner, working for the best of the community. So on 2A, just like the equinox, it's a great time to sit there and just meditate for a few moments on what choices do you have in front of you right now. Duality sometimes can, bring fear, but the path, the action, makes us just want to jump forward and knows that the spirit calls it, knows that it's the right thing to do. Because without the breath, without movement, without evolving, without action, that's not life. Life is about living. Life is about evolving and taking the steps, regardless of the blocks, regardless of our inhibitions and our fears. A few months ago, there's no way I would have done this on camera. So I'm just telling everybody else, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put those fears away. Let's put those inhibitions away. Let's work from our heart. Let's work from our spirit. And let's make this a better world. Well, Dios, blessings to you all.
Oh.
Just a little side comment. Swan Lake is where I first learned how to douse with Raymond Grace and learned how to clean up the waters of Swan Lake. So welcome to my area of the planet. I just love that synchronicity. I'm a little bit north, an hour travel by car north, and beside Lake Shuswap, which is part of the Thompson River that flows into the Fraser River, which is the largest river in British Columbia, and it goes down and into the States and into the Pacific Ocean, and it carries the lifeblood of this river is the salmon, which is honored by the First Nations. So I give gratitude to the salmon people. I'm complete.
So Tyhson, are we sharing the same watershed?
I actually think we go slightly different on a different direction. There's actually a crossover. So you're going down onto the Columbia River, which is nested inside of the Fraser River.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Shanti Janice. That was beautiful, Claudia, when you said that life is for the living. And my dad taught me that lesson when he was dying. And he said he was fine about dying because life was for the living, and he was just existing, and that isn't what it was about. And so he was okay with moving on, and so that was amazing. And then when you said that about the fear, recently on our consortium call, we had a big discussion about fear, and I said it was, or Charlie and I were like, one said it was a distraction, one said it was a reaction. And then after the call, I was like, but it's also could be the attraction. And if you allow yourself to be attracted to the fear, that's the challenge of that's where you need to grow. And so I've kind of been trying to look at fear as not something to turn away from, but to challenge myself with. And I love thinking about the day of balance, and that our sap is draining out for the winter. And so one of our consortium members is Najma. She's in Australia, and so now her sap is filling up because it's spring equinox for her, and keeping the balance. I love that. And so I am in the high desert of the Eastern Cascades in Oregon. My closest water is the Deschutes River. And I'm also in a huge, I am in the volcanic field here of, so this is the most likely place for a volcano to happen, supposedly next in North America is in this valley of everything is volcanic. It's pretty awesome. And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for all of you. And I'm sending a full heart of love to everyone.
Shanti Heart, before you go.
Yes, dear.
So one of the beautiful things that came to me years ago, and we've incorporated in our dowsing and working with the land and working as a collective, is opening the Akashic records, which allows a specificity to happen. And I know Victoria is going to follow you with some information that seems to be coming through her. She's nudging. But would you open the records if everyone's willing? Unless somebody isn't, then we'll open the records for the collective on this beautiful equinox evening. And if you would be willing to do that, I just want to just double check. Just raise your hand if you have any issue with that. So we just want to really honor everyone here. Those of you on Facebook, and just, so this is partially a silent prayer as well. So just maybe just the beginning part, and for us to all open to this field, this natural presencing of consciousness that surrounds us, this living library. So thank you, Shanti Heart.
I would be happy to. And I know I tried before doing it as a collective as we are, and that just gets me so confused unless I'm reading it. So I shall just say it as I do when I open my records. I am, and you can also say that for yourself. I am aligned with my divine source matrix in all dimensions. I am here now with all aspects of my soul. I am receiving all universal and celestial information, all important knowledge and memories for my highest good and guidance. I am accessing all stellar wisdom of light. I am assisted by the infinite Akashic record keepers in all realms for my highest good, the good of the whole, and the divine life of everything that exists. And so it is.
Thank you. We just invite just a presence, just a pause for a moment. So this is really important, Victoria. We're right with you. So this is really important to just feel deeply the response of the mother, the response that comes to you. And then see that energy weaving light around the planet, opening the portals as Peter was talking about. See this earth ring. Be aware of its presence in the consciousness of light and love that's in this circle. And with that, I want to pass it over to Victoria, who's been waiting patiently.
Thank you. So my name is Victory, actually, just like winning. That's okay, no problem. And no agenda here. So it's all in perfect timing. I'm here by the Puget Sound. And the Pacific Ocean, we just had dolphins this morning, and feeling very blessed on this equinox to be with all of you. I just wanted to say thank you to those that have spoken before me, especially what really resonated with me is that it's time to share our gifts. I have been struggling with that for a long time. I have been able to see energy since I was a little girl, and I'm born of 2 lawyers, so it wasn't really accepted in my family. But I found the trees could talk to me, and I could hear different spirits, and I didn't really have anyone to talk to about that. I can see auras. I didn't know what an aura was, and my guides have been really good about gently nudging me, and then they were kind of like shoving me and now it's like a big neon sign like, no, before you were preparing, we're actually in it right now. So you need to actually get out there and share your gifts. And what's really coming through for me is they keep showing me this picture of all of us, that we are all these bridges, right? And power sources. And for me, when I access my Akashic records, it helps me to just sort of reaffirm my truths that are being given to me in other ways. And I did some deep meditation the night before last in the water and just really channeling that. And I kept seeing each one of us as this just powerful portal and grid in itself. Like if you could think of Tesla, right? And that sort of electrical like column of light. And what Spirit was showing me is that each one of us is this column of light, and deeply rooted to our ancestors and to Mother Earth and to the ancient ones. And then also connected to the star beings. So I speak star language. A lot of people speak star language, and feeling that connection to both so that we can bring that light through us, each one of us. And think of it as like, if we're all these columns of light, we're all holding as the new dimension is coming through, right? We're already in that transition, and how important it is for us to find one another. And that sometimes we lose our way and we think for a moment that we're not good enough or we're not whatever enough. And it's laughable by the divine, because we're beautiful and amazing, and we are the light that we seek. And so I just really want to give gratitude to all of you for being here today, and for honoring this important time and shift and transition, for saying the words to help me feel inspired to speak what is flowing through me, which is where I need to be. So thank you. And also all of the people that are holding space, whether it be by the water or the desert, and just knowing that our water really is such a beautiful spirit. The water talks to each other, and women as water carriers do tend to be the holder of this energy and of emotions, and how important that water and yin energy coming into the grid is right now. So thank you, all of you. I'm finished. I love you. I bless you. Namaste.
Shelley, have your speaker off.
Okay. I'm feeling that after each person speaks, there's that pause. And there's something else that we're being invited, which is a yes. Like, feel that yes after each person's, like, really give them that energy. Because when we're speaking about light columns, and we all know this, it's like, it's the yes. It's our yes that we're doing. We're emanating and amplifying that yes. Anyway, this beautiful Zoom loving room is open. And
Yes.
Mom, jump in anytime if you feel like playing, singing, anything.
Well, South Dakota Kate will jump in real quick because I know most people know me, so it's in the getting to know people that we can really develop this coherence. And so I'm appreciative of all the wisdom keepers that are gathered here in this moment. I have brought in I have Serpent Mounds. You know, I married myself at a tree at Serpent Mound, so I'm kind of scrounging that I'm not there. And then I thought, well, I could run off to Mato Tipola, but I decided just to bring their energetic presence here with us, knowing that. So I'm here in Lakota Treaty Land. I'm actually in a 1906 run room school in western, what is now South Dakota. And I'm over the Minnelusa watershed or Minnelusa aquifer. And, so we have some of the most pristine water left in this aquifer under Nebraska, South Dakota. But, of course, the uranium mining goes on and all the toxic waste go on. So I do have a beautiful little spring. My well is story. See, I want to tell stories and there's too many of us to tell stories. So with that, I'll just kind of say all the water from here flows into the Missouri River and down into the Mississippi in this polluted, toxic tunnel that we're speaking of today. So just grateful you're all here and giving you all my energy, and I will pass the talkway. Oh,
Hello. You guys hear me?
Yep.
This is Susan. I'm in Virginia, Nelson County, right in the middle of the mountains. It's beautiful. And I'm on the Rockfish River watershed and very close to the Ravenna River shed. And that water just all flows out to the Chesapeake, to the James River, the Chesapeake, and out to the Atlantic. I did not grow up here. This is where I am now. And it seems like we have a lot of energy connecting almost all the waters of the planet. And Jerry, thank you for that beautiful flute playing. Really got down there, I thought, right to the core of something. I don't know. I don't think I've really recovered from that yet. I'm still immersed in that. But there's lots of healing, and it really is a magic day. And personally, my life's not really rocking the boat right now, but it's an amazing day. And I don't think anyone can deny that. There's so much love and there's such a shift. And I don't know. That's how I feel. So that's what I want to throw out there. So thank you very much from the East Coast.
I want to give thanks for the opportunity to be here together in this time and in this place. And I want to invite my sister Chris, if she's in the room, to come forward and share. Because this vision that you launched, my friend Peter, really got me. This work that we've done here on this land, my friends, really got me. And and Kate, you got a connection there too, and that really got me, and the amazingness of it. And so I'm gonna pause for a minute and see if Chris is in the room and let her tell her story. And if not, I'm going to tell a little bit of her story. She is from Serpent Mound. And she was in with a water serpent today. And so I know there were at least 2 actualized points where we were doing this ceremonial work in addition to the places that we each stand. And so I really think that this is something that can make magnificent change in a way that is magnificent. And I'm really grateful, and I want to step back because I want to hear your voice, but I also want to sing for you because Shelley asked for that. From the soul of the earth comes the sound of the drum. From the soul of the earth, the rhythm and the hum. From the soul of the earth comes the food that we eat. The soul of the earth gives us water that we drink. If you have a drum, please feel free to join in. Mama, sweet Mother Earth, we thank you for our lives. Mama, sweet Mother Earth, with you we all shall thrive. From the soul of the people come the sound of our prayers. From the soul of the people we are saying that we care. From the soul of the people, let our people be free. The soul of the earth says, live your destiny. Mama, sweet Mother Earth, we are gathering to honor you. Mama, sweet Mother Earth, thank you for our lives. From the soul of the earth comes the sound of our drums. From the soul of the earth comes the rhythm and the hum. From the soul of the earth comes the food that we eat. The soul of the earth gives us water to drink. Mama, sweet Mother Earth, thank you for our lives. Mama, sweet Mother Earth, we play so that we shall all thrive. La, 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 la.
Activation.
Oh,
Okay, Judy Gabriel, our energy landscaper. Come on. Don't hold
Hi,
back.
everybody. Happy Equinox. So beautiful to see you all here. I am just so, my heart is so filled with love. Thank you, Jerry, for that beautiful flute. Yeah, that was just took me so deep. And thank you, everyone, just for your authenticity. Victory is your name. Thank you for your bravery, your courageousness, coming forward with who you are. And I really love how you called us all to do that, because I really have been getting that there is a distinct shift happening on the planet, and there is so much support here and coming in. And I know things look totally chaotic, but I saw last night the premiere of this movie, Kiss the Ground, which talks about soul regeneration and just new practices and how we can heal the earth. And I'm involved in a group that I can't really talk about exactly, but it's a massive shift, a project that's going to massively shift the way we grow food. And I can tell you, I have been on a call with 4 different groups in the last month that are waiting to put hundreds of millions of dollars into things changing. And they are conscious and here to honor people like us that for so long have, not been necessarily recognized, but there are groups out there that see what's happening and are willing to make change. And I'm so excited. I'm like bursting, so excited. And I just know that this network, that all of you are going to be part of it. And we will connect and heal the waters, and we will connect and heal the earth. And so I echo that call for us to really step into who we are, because that's how it'll happen. And the means will come forward for it to be abundant and real. So that's my blessing for today. I love you all.
Yep, yep.
It's real.
We'd like to make a call out to Valerie Plachet down in New Orleans, ground that energy for us in her beautiful dance pieces that she shares
Peter,
through all the streets of New Orleans. So welcome,
Can
Valerie.
you bring your voice closer to the mic? I think we're just getting an echo off the walls or something. A couple of people have asked about that. Just come a little closer to the mic if that's all right. Thank you.
Meanwhile, I heard you. Ha ha. I'm Valerie. I am in New Orleans. I'm so honored and grateful to be here. This morning, I was on the Facebook Live listening to all of you and the heart resonance. And it was so beautiful. And I actually learned a lot, even, just from all your sharing. So I'm so honored to be here. So I'm in New Orleans and I'm surrounded by water. I'm pretty much in the center of town. And Lake Pontchartrain is over there. And then the Mississippi River is flowing around me. So in 3 directions, the Mississippi River is flowing here. And I'm from here, but I was away for 28 years and I came back here truly so inspired by Peter's work to work with the lines and clearing trauma. So I would like to lead you all, it'd probably take a little bit more than a minute, but I would like to lead us in just a little call and response singing, a little prayer for healing the wounded child. I've been working on a rock opera for many years to heal the wounded child, clearing personal, collective, and ancestral trauma. There's 38 parts, but I'm only going to do about 5. I won't keep you the whole 2 hours. Okay, so we're just going to start making first counterclockwise with our tailbone, an almost imperceptible circle with the tailbone counterclockwise and then clockwise. And every time we make a circle with our bodies, we are stoking the circle of love around ourselves and the circle of love in this wonderful circle that is happening here that I am just blown away by. And then with our belly buttons, making a little counterclockwise circle and then clockwise. And with our hearts, and with our crowns, just very small. And then you'll sing with me. So just feeling that circle and feeling the circle of love centered in our own center and moving out in concentric circles, feeling safe and held, in a circle of love. Feeling safe and held, I am in a circle of love, I am. Feeling safe and held in a circle of love. Feeling safe and held, I am in a circle of love, I am. Feeling safe and held. And then this next little part, so feeling the masculine and feminine, the left side of our body is the feminine and the right side is masculine. And when we bring our hands together, we're bringing the two opposites together actually, and there's this magnetic play in between them. And we're claiming the healing of all things between the masculine and the feminine, calling in the divine masculine and feminine, being the perfect mature parents for our wounded child, all that as we bring our hands together, singing this, mommy, 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 daddy, 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 mommy, 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 daddy, 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 and the mother and father loving each other so much, harmonizing and healing every single thing. Mommy, 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 daddy, 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 mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, daddy. And then we're holding the baby, 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 baby. And then we're holding our own baby, just putting our hand on our heads. Baby, baby, soothing the child, the wounded child. Baby, baby. And then we're the luminous, magical child, so excited to be alive. Mommy, 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 daddy, daddy. Daddy, daddy, mommy, 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 daddy, 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 mommy, 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 daddy, 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 mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, daddy. And then we're going to clear first with our left hand, clearing the right side of our brain and the left side of our body from anything from our mother line, our ancestral line, mommy, 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 and then clearing the father line, daddy, 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 daddy. Mommy, mommy, with so much love and exuberance from the child, we're clearing our ancestral line. Daddy, 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 yay! And this little part, we're calling the ancestors for it because we have so much help from the ancestors from all the nations, all over the world. They are here. They want us to clear this ancestral trauma. They're so supportive. So we're going to call them in many languages. It'll be call and response. So with the, you know, these are the first words that children utter, right? So it's umama, ubaba, chi, chi, ha, ha, ya, ye, ba, ye, ma, yi, bambo, umi, abi, ama, bapu, ina, ba, ami, abu. Once again, we're bringing the masculine and feminine together with so much love and healing. We stand for the healing of all standing, working with the sacred waters. We'll do a little quick mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, mommy, 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 daddy, 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 mommy, 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 daddy, 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 mommy. Daddy, daddy, daddy. And in this little part, we'll do call and response. And this is just claiming our innocence and letting that fill ourselves and radiating it. No matter what has happened, we have that place in our hearts that is pure and innocent and never wounded. We want to claim that and radiate it for the whole world. So call and response. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Inviting in effortless joy. Ha ha ha. Expanding love in our hearts. Ha 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 ha. Sending away anything that's not any corruption that is coming to our field. Ha 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 ha. And then we're pulling up all, so we've released a lot, and now we're pulling up all the blessings from the center of the earth, pulling it up. Innocent, we're innocent, we're innocent as flowers. Feeling the essence of the flower falling all around us, nourishing us. Innocent, we're innocent, innocent as flowers. Innocent as flowers. And one last little part. So this is the thank you, and we do thank you in many languages. So first is just to really embody gratitude, right? So like the child, with the exuberance of the child. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And then this part, do call and response. This is in languages, many different languages. Thank you. Lasime, Supriya,
Lasime, Supriya,
Mudo, Took the J, Atatai, Arigato, Hak, Abrigado, Oda, Danki, Aku, Batando, Ikosi, Elama,
Sheshe.
Oh, and anybody, any languages that you don't thank you in, please just sing all the native
Gracias.
Sheshe.
Kapkunka. Gracias. Aho Pante. Washte.
Gracias.
So we're so honored to share and to be here and truly cleansing today, doing the flushing and the plunging down here at the mouth of the Mississippi. I've never felt so supported, and this work that I've been doing of clearing ancestral lines down here as I have today, the circle. So I'm so grateful and honored. So.
Hey! Yeehaw! Yahoo!
Looks like Victoria's out on the lake.
Ooh, she is nice.
Victory.
The sound.
Sorry.
The ocean.
Oh.
It's okay. You can call me Victoria if it brings you joy.
I go top. So let's continue taking. Let's take a collective breath. Feeling that beautiful joy field that we're creating together. And let's continue opening it up for those who haven't shared. And again, just thank you. Thank you, Valerie. And keeping it a little bit shorter so we all have a chance to really get to be playful and bring our voice forward. And for those who are musicians or have a poem, you're welcome to do that as well. And don't forget to share your watershed and where you're standing, and that we're connecting that in with this beautiful earth ring. So pop in.
Hi, this is Jerry again. So honoring that beautiful bit of work, I'm gonna add a little piece of flute music because I really want to anchor here where I'm sitting, that clearing and that joy. So I invite each of you, wherever you're sitting, tap into that beautiful clearing work, that bringing forth the innocence and the the clearing of those ancestral lines and the mother and the father coming together. Thank you. I give thanks for the opportunity to bless this land where I'm sitting and the surrounding lands, that may all who walk upon this land feel a lightness of heart, carrying forth from this day onward, backwards and forwards. Ehe mitak biasam.
I don't know about you, but my hands and my body are tingling. And so I'm going to invite everyone to just put your hands up and just feel this energy force as I bring back up that earth ring grid. We'll just stay there for a moment, seeing the land be restored, seeing the waters being restored, seeing the people walk again, returning to the land. Seeing the corn returning. So this land is so close to the heart. It's the heartland. It's connected to the Platte River. And this is the land of our hearts. And just by putting our hands up, feeling that electromagnetic field of love, connecting in that envisioning of this beauty returning, the people returning. See our hands going down into the earth in the center of this beautiful earth ring. Feel our hands connected in love. In gratitude. In peace and loving presence. See this amazing vortex, this toroidal field of energy. Spinning, moving, entering the membrane. She opens, she receives, and she loves back. This open to receive the reciprocity of her love back. For as we bring collectively our loving attention to the land, to the waters, to the crystalline layers, we also become that chalice of love and light, and our reservoir gets filled. And we abundantly give that overflow. So we feel this restoration in our bodies because we are the Earth Mother. We are the light. And just see her sunlight on water. See the Father Sun and the moon. And this sense of equanimity and equilibrium coming back to her and back to us as the one-hearted people. And then take your hands and turn them toward your own heart. Honoring that who you be and how you are showing up. The choices that are being made now from this moment on. And feel the rivers of our blood as one movement, one energy. And this unified frequency of love, connection, authenticity.
There is only one energy. We call it love, flowing through our completeness, unconditionally, unashamedly, sustaining every movement of whole and holy presence, wholeness, pureness, purity, the wholeness and purity of resonance.
So let's continue with those who haven't shared. Bring
Well-
your yes, bring your love.
Shelley,
Yeah.
I would like to use the energy. I just feel called. I was there at the Ohio River and the Mississippi where they connect, and see the blue waters where the Ohio River is, and then the Missouri is the darker, muddier water. So me and Kathy were here this weekend, and we just honored the water and did a water healing ceremony here at this point where they met, connected, and then we did land healing around this area, around the new Madrid seismic. And so I just want people to take in this water and then bless it, because when it goes down to New Orleans, that it healed and it is released a trauma. And when Jerry had started doing the first flute, I felt the trauma coming up at this corner. It was like a thick soil at this, it was kind of spongy. And I got up while she's doing the flute and started busting it up energetically with Tai Chi maneuvers. So just really bringing in the water, to healing of the water in this area.
Hold it up just a little bit more. So let's all just really simple say together, water, we love you. Water, we thank you. Water, we respect you. And water, we are you. And just for now, just say it to yourself. Say it to the water. Just 3 times.
Water, we thank you. Water, we respect you. Water, we are you.
Water, we love you.
Water, we thank
you.
Water, we respect you.
Water, we are you. Water, we love you. Water, we thank you. Water, we respect you. And water, we are you. Thank you. Zoom
There's
love.
Kathy taking some water.
So the Zoom loving room is open, and if anyone needs to go, I just want to say, you know, we honor you, and if you do need to go, we're going to continue this into the evening until everyone has shared. And boy, I don't know about you, I'm like sweating. It's like so hot. But I just want to say this just for those who might need to leave. And if you do and you haven't shared, please pop in because your love matters. You matter. And that here in this connection field, if this is your first time, that we have this Zoom loving room opened all day, every day, and even on the weekends. There's special offerings. On Tuesday nights, we come here for the Radical Earth Heart Resonance, and we're doing stuff like this every Tuesday. So we invite you to come play. Everything is open at this point, and it's one Zoom link. So if you've gotten in here tonight, hold on to that Zoom link because you can come in anytime. And there's everything from Global Heart Resonance, Call to Wholeness, to Mentoring Stewardship, to Mending Connection and Rumi's Field. And on Saturdays are the Poets of the Sacred Fire. And coming up this Friday for 3 days is the Peace Planet Forum. So Peter was mentioning the Caravan of Unity. So if you just simply go to connectionfielddigest.org, and I'll put it in the chat, you just get that link. And but the other piece is that you'll get the once a week digest, and it's changes quite a bit, and come play and meet each other and deepen into this, as Charlie was saying, this resonant field. So just wanted to kind of give that. So I know on the East Coast, it's getting a little bit late, but we're just going to continue here until that energy shifts to the point that we know that we are complete. So blessings, everyone, connectionfielddigest.org, and come play with us. And we start every morning, just so that you know, every morning there's a fire, and it's called the People's Fire Ceremony. And it involves all traditions. We've been very focused on Mayan cosmology, and we'll still continue with that, but we're opening it up. And people bring candles, light candles, have fires on their land. And so we invite you, that's at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. And it's every morning here in the connection field. And that's that we start that wave of resonance. So just wanted to let people know so that you know that you're here and supported, loved, valued, and connected. So that and whole. So to a wholeness, a hola, we open up to some of our other beautiful voices. Our planetary stewards, dowsers, alchemists, jump in. The waters is getting really clear.
Good evening, familia. I came in a very special moment. I want to thank Valerie. I never experienced anything with Valerie, but I truly came on a very beautiful, tender, playful, innocent moment. And obviously observing being on the cycle of monkey and bats. That's how we create. We create by playing, by innocence, by experiencing, by coming together and really bringing it with the purity of intention. So I am so glad that I connected. And I just want us to take a moment to really, really focus on our hearts to be able to mend this. As we mend ourselves, we mend the ley lines, we mend the tears, we mend the land. So it begins with us. We are the reflection of the planet. And more than ever, I see how we are connecting with the planet, with the animals, is such a strong level. So it was really beautiful to enter and see you guys with this beautiful innocence and how you work so hard through this day for the waters, for the planet, for each other. So I am grateful that I connected, and I'm grateful that I got to come into a beautiful, um, innocent child that plays in the light of life. So, Matios, great gratitude to everyone. And
Matios,
gratitude to the waters.
you have to tell people your name and where you're located, and
Absolutely.
then and about the Jaguar Wisdom Council, and yeah, just give a little, just
Thank you, absolutely.
anchor it in.
It's an honor to be here. The gratitude that I came in and just experienced that. My name is Nanshuni Girona. I am a Mayan Aki from Guatemala, and I am here in Guatemala, getting ready really to go into an experience in the Mayan jungles, and I have the honor to share the beautiful Mayan cosmology and really be able to tune up with the energies that we are born, such as the Mayan 20 Nahuales. I've been studying the calendars for quite some time, the energies, the people, the observer, the beauty that this tradition has. The Maya has really taught me to see myself in the eyes of the other. And it is a blessing, it is a mirror, and being understanding that everybody has a tendency has allowed me to be so much more compassionate, even for my own being. So we do Mayan fire ceremonies, we do cacao ceremonies. We do a lot of work on the mountains. We do great work from mountains to sites to places. I've been very lucky to take the Mayan sacred fire and build altars around the world. Some places are really beautiful. Some places are really tough, such as concentration camps that I've been able to take the fire and light the spirit there. And so I just want to honor all those fires and to see the connection field grow through this amazing people's fire. That is what we do. We light our fires every day. We work every day. We offer every day. And that's what maintains our life in physical alignment. And so I want to invite all of you to not just pray, offer. Offer because it's a great alignment that allows you to reassure that your path is aligned with your intention. From the moment that you go get the little candle, from the moment that you bless the water, from the moment life is sacred. So we bow to that. And the honor tradition teaches us about the great gratitude, being grateful, waking up and saying gracias. And so it is a beautiful tradition. It is animated tradition. It is an oral tradition that has subsisted the test of time because the oral traditions are still here in Guatemala. So I'm very honored to be able to share with my sister Claudia, Anana Claudia, and be able to really embrace all of you with love into teaching you how to observe and create time. Time is a creation. And I just want to share that when time is flowing with the natural cycles of time, it becomes a precious diamond every day and every opportunity. So thank you everyone for listening. And it's a wonderful have time to be able to introduce myself. And yes, please search me and I'll be happy to make some friends. Always happy to share, always happy to be able to give this gift because it's a gift and it's not for special people, it's for all of us. So Mateo, Shelley, thank you for the space. I appreciate that. And wonderful to meet everyone here. Matios.
Matios, Nana Shuni.
Matios, Nana Claudia, Matios to you too. We are grateful for the tradition, grateful for every tradition and for every people and for the moment of innocence where you guys have, you're getting there. I heard Shelley ask about how when we feel that the waters, but I truly came in a beautiful moment to observe how you had really embraced the energy of play and the energy of path, because we all showed up. And that's what's important, that your presence, every moment, it's the honor of bringing your presence in. That's the value of who we are. Gracias.
My name is Deborah Ann Schultz Cruz. I live on the shore on the side of the South Fork of the American River here in the west slope of the Sierra Nevada mountains of California. I was drawn to by a environmental consultant project I was working on to travel to a part of California I'd never visited before called the Lost Hills in North Kern County. And it's an area that's over-farmed, overworked, over irrigation lines, you know, big aqueducts. And I went there and was able to see yesterday morning, just looking out on this area and imagining it as it was and as it will be, and just really had a chance to bring that beautiful energy home back to my South Fork of the American River and experience the joy this morning as during the equinox time of the connection between the two places, how the places I visit, I can carry the dream of the new earth shift of Gaia's ascension with me, even when I'm in places that, well, I wouldn't choose to be there necessarily, but they have chosen me. Thank you, everybody, for a beautiful ceremony this evening. Amen.
Hello, everyone. This is Karen. I'm here in Nuevo Arenal, Costa Rica, in the Arenal watershed. And as we've learned from Raul, I come in my divine authority of my own free will. I've been working with this all day, and it's been quite an experience. And I come offering healing, light, and love to the earth and to all. So I was guided to light my candles, that's my fire, and bring out the crystal, which I don't know if you can see it, but from my view, you can see all kinds of silver shining from it. I had a particular location I was told I was to be. And I went there in my mind from Google Maps with Peter's help today. And it still feels a connection, even though for this evening I was guided to be in a different location. Just know that much is happening. I'm sure you can all feel the energy just as I can, and the clearing that's happening. I'm feeling it through my whole body. So I thank you all. This has been awesome. So from the US to Guatemala to Costa Rica, blessings to all. Thank you.
Love you, Karen. This is Bridget. I'm on the west coast of the United States, in Southern Oregon, not too far from Jerry, in the Applegate watersheds. Sending love and light to all the areas affected by wildfires. And my hometown of talent, 50% of it remains. And there are a lot of souls walking the earth from other times, other battlefields, other conflicts. So I'm going to sing a song because it's my best way to bring love and light. A song that Spirit gave me. And I'm also holding a tuning fork at 144 hertz, activated. Thank you, Great Spirit, for my gift of song. Help me to use it wisely all of my days. For the highest good of all. I thank you, sacred water, for your healing power. I thank you, sacred water, for your life-giving power. I thank you, sacred earth, for your healing power. I thank you, sacred earth, for your life-giving power. I thank you, sacred air, for your healing power. I thank you, sacred air, for your life-giving power. I thank you, sacred fire, for your healing power. I thank you, sacred fire, for your life-giving power. I thank you, sacred soul, for your healing power. I thank thank you, Sacred Heart, for your life-giving power. Blessed be. May all know that they are loved. May all spirits in all dimensions know love. Mahometa Krias.
So much sacred beauty and wonder in this experience, and I'm grateful for the sacred voices and for the sacred sounds. And I'm Michelle Marie, and I'm from Minneapolis, the Minnehaha Creek Water District flowing from the Mississippi River. And I feel at a cellular level the changes that this energy brings to the waters, and can really feel it flowing through my own personal being, and gratitude for all the voices shared and rising to bring that love and clarity to this time and these places, and especially to the water at this time. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Flo. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, living right now in Evanston, Illinois, at the Great Lakes watershed. As I was meditating on this beautiful spokes of this land that needs so much healing, I was inspired to write these words, which then I wrote in this spiral, which is an antenna that reaches deep into the earth and out to the cosmos. Inspiration found listening to the land, sorrow releasing slow and sad, seeking reconciliation, forgiveness, open the wounds, acknowledge them, spill our healing tears into them, pour our heartfelt accountability into them, sew them back up with authentic love for all, heal them with compassion, light from within, committing to balance for all to stand tall. May peace prevail on earth. Thank you.
Yip, yip. The owls and the raccoons have come to our council this evening. The raccoons came earlier, and they were talking up a storm when we were still in the soul fire part of our evening. And Flo, as you were speaking, the owls came in.
Which kind of owls?
A bard. Just like us, bards. Ha
Oh. Thank you for sharing that, Flo. I just want to share, as after I play, like when I was playing, it was interesting because the song itself was whatever it was, but the energy that I felt, thank you for picking up on that, Shelley. And then as you were speaking, Shelley, I was listening, and then something just shifted my attention, and I really saw, I saw families walking that trail of tears as a pilgrimage, as like playful joy, like that, everything that happened tonight, like that
dive into innocence, that dive into joy, and seeing a different pathway placed on top of the one that happened. Saw that really clearly, and I just wanted to share that.
I had a thought earlier today, which got inspired by what you just said, Jerry, which was like being somebody who lives on this circle and being a starting point of the trails. I thought about I got a hit around pilgrimage. So, little synchronicity there.
So that brings to mind, actually, I just want you to know, like my circuitry just totally blew out. Blew out everything. No internet, nothing, couldn't get back. So that's magical. I completely forgot what was coming. Wow, just completely blew out. Let's just keep on opening the way, and I see
Shell,
it.
I'm so sorry. I have to jump off, but I just wanted to give my blessings to everybody and have a beautiful night. And I love you all.
Come play with us more, Judy.
Yes, I will. I plan on it.
You only can say yes. Can't say anything else.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Love y'all.
Has everybody shared? Has everyone, what's burning bright in your heart tonight? I don't know if Bob challenged. Donna, have you shared? I see you waving.
No.
Oh, please, come on.
I've got something.
Hold on one sec. Donna just popped in.
I actually prefer to be called Donna Rose.
Donna Rose. Thank you. Sorry.
Yes.
Thank
you. It's really exciting to be here today. Kathy Roberts has been really encouraging me for a while. The technology has been a challenge, but I think I'm getting it now. But it's just been wonderful being on tonight. I feel so free, like when you're a little girl and you have pajama parties and stuff, where you really get to play and be yourselves. And everybody takes it seriously. I live in Canada, in near Winnipeg, Manitoba, about an hour and a half away from Winnipeg, Manitoba, to the southeast, to the Lake Countries. And so I loved nature from the very beginning. And when I found Laura Ingalls' book, A Little House on the Prairie, I loved it. Like, there was someone that could express her joy and her connection with nature the way that I felt it. And so a lot of magical things started to happen when I got older and started having a family and got involved with Back to the Land communities and that sort of thing, and going into spirituality, Barbara Marx Hubbard and Keepers of the Turn. I'm the keeper of deep heart-centered love, which is my joy to be able to experience that and to be able to share it. It really has brought me into a relationship with people in a way that I can remember being a little girl and wanting to be there for my father, because I could tell he was hurting, probably from the war. And I knew he didn't have to feel that way, but I didn't know what I could do to help him. But we did resolve that, actually. And when he crossed over, he appeared to me when I was driving to the hospital, and I had found out he had crossed over, and he said, "Now I know what you were trying to tell me." So pretty magical. Anyway, I ended up with this on this piece of land that I'm on now, and I bought it with 4 other women in the year 2000, and we put $10,000 in each, and it was 130 acres. And when I came and lived here full time in 2015, in the springtime, I was sitting on the bank of the river, the Birch River, and there's Shoal Lake near here. There's West Hawk Lake, there's Falcon Lake, and there's Lake Winnipeg is one of the biggest lakes apparently that there are, according to David Suzuki. So I don't know much about watersheds and all that, so I need to learn about that. But when I was sitting on the edge of the river, I suddenly had this body understanding that the earth is my mother, and that all the creatures are my family, like just this inner knowing. And that's, now that I'm here all the time, it's just so magical. And I was connecting with the monarch butterflies. We've been mowing around the what's the plant they have? I could see it. I can't think of it at the moment. But anyway,
milkweed.
Milkweed. That's it. Yeah. So I saw this little monarch, and I was so excited because we've been saving this milkweed and growing it and encouraging it, and then I said, "But where's the milkweed?" I saw the butterfly, but I went a little bit further, and I saw that the little butterfly had found this milkweed, and it was just because it was early in the spring and they weren't very high and I couldn't see them yet. And I was so excited that I started talking to the butterfly, and it stopped, and it flew around the bottom of my legs like 4 times. And then I started talking to the dragonflies, and I'm just getting more and more in tune. And today I went further up to West Hawk Lake, which was created by a meteorite. I think that's what it's called. And it was out 30 degrees, which is almost 78, 80 Fahrenheit. And it was just like the last day of summer. I had to go there, and just driving through all the rock and the roads and the lakes. There's a lot of lakes in Manitoba and Ontario that are interconnected, and all the colors, golden, and these bright red leaves, these little plant trees, and it's just so magical. So I was on the call this morning, although I was not succeeding very well on getting on it, but I watched some of it. And then I spent this day just reveling in the beauty of the equinox and Mother Nature, and being part of all this with all of you just seemed to all fit together very well. And so thank you all for being here. And I have adopted an Indigenous daughter, and I've been involved with Indigenous ceremony for a few years on and off. And I have a drum that my Indigenous friend helped me make. And I like it because it sounds like a heartbeat. And I could try and sing a song. Yawaneo, 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 Hianane, ah Hiananeo, Yawaneo, Hiana, Eneo way. Bless the earth, bless the people, bless the children, Hianane, ah Hiananeo, all my relations, Hiana, Eneo way. So I'm on Treaty 3 territory here, which I didn't realize until the last few years. And I met a wonderful school teacher, and she must be, I'm 72, she must be in her 40s, going on 50. She's got grown children, and she's lovely. Oh my goodness, Shirley Iwanchuk. I'll have to tell her about this. And I encouraged her to do, with COVID, I said, why don't we have meditation in nature? And she just bought this new little house, tiny house with this big backyard. And so the next thing you know, here we are with some friends that I'd been with before. And we're sitting around her backyard, and we're strumming and we're singing, and we're having a talking circle, and we're burning tobacco, and she's in this brand new neighborhood, right? She's got this nice little teepee up, and she even made this outdoor lavatory, kind of a tent for COVID, because she had such a tiny house. And they'd make a fire, and I'd bring tobacco, and they'd burn it. And I've been working with local meditation groups for quite a long time, and community. So that was just, we had one of the last meditations I went to. I looked around that circle, and all the women in it were all women I had connected with in the past. And we had all come together they had all come together in one place, and we were singing and drumming, and I was so moved that I just started weeping. And I said to them, I'm not crying, I'm just so overwhelmed with how beautiful this is, you know. It was just like the mother was moving through me somehow. And I'm complete. Thank you for today.
Donna Rose, I think that's called wet laughing.
Oh, yeah. Weeping. I was weeping.
Mm-hmm. I just want to check back in with Tyhson, who's been so quiet, and but when he comes forward, he's got so much, and just bringing that. Let's just bring all this energy again back to the land, back to the earth ring. Take a moment just to breathe that. And Tyhson, if you want to pop in for a minute, and any.
Well, thank you, Shelley. I do have to go. I have people waiting for dinner here, getting from impatiently waiting. I think one of the things that I found really amazing, and I looked at the average of the number of people coming and going on this call, and it was always hovering around the master number 33. And to me, that's so powerful. It's, you know, it's a sacred number. It's connected to the Knights Templar, who were one of the original group that did all this work on the land, right? And worked with the Divine Mother and Mary Magdalene, and created that sacred connection to the earth. So I really have this whole historical sense through time that through our ancestral lineages and through all of our lifetimes, we're called once again to do this work. And here we are yet again, working with the heartbeat of Mother Earth, walking on the land and blessing the waters and blessing ourselves and opening our hearts and listening to what's flowing through us and speaking the truth of who we are, coming out of the shadows and standing in the light and learning how to speak our truth. And I'm just truly grateful for all the wise words that have been said tonight of all the different nations and tributaries of all the waters that have been called forth, the innocence of the children that we got to play and remember the divine child inside of us, the little one that needs to be healed. And there's just beyond the words that I can express. So thank you all very much for being on this call. And I do need to go. I will keep recording because I think it's important to record, but I will be having dinner with my tribe here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings to all of you. And may you continue to walk softly on the back of Mother Earth. Aho.
Little island. Tyhson, we love you. We thank you. We respect you. So just for those of you, again, just understanding that Tyhson and Charlie, even Judy, and some of these amazing Flo and Grace, and I'm just looking at who's still here. And I think that's it. But these ones have really come forth with such magnitude, and just as Peter's coming now into this collective, that we've worked together since 2015 when the consortium first came together, and we were called by, I was nudged by Waitaha, my relations in New Zealand, the water bearers, to come forth and create this collective. And this is the work we've been doing for so long, and it's been amazing. And there's pieces of working in Washington. And so as we're connecting tonight, it is true. We're connecting with this trail of tears, and you can see how it's already shifting, how, the layering that's been, we're walking back in time, but we're layering a new vision, an embodied experience of this land. She's gifting us back for that which we're bringing forth to her through our love and our connection. And so, this is really the power of this, coming together as planetary healers, and even people who are just curious. I'll just mention this, that, a couple of years ago, Grace and Flo, they just described them being at the river, and, a few years ago, they knew nothing about land healing, zero, no dowsing, no nothing. And they just came in with curious hearts and a willingness to learn. And before you knew it, they're just doing amazing work with the land and the elementals and people, and really working on houses and understanding houses are just energy. They want to support us. The land, I mean, right now I'm going back to New Hampshire, and I'm seeing this. I'm being called. There's this one house, and there was a lot of trauma that happened on that land. And just by going there and doing a little bit of work and listening, I could see the ancestors coming back on the land. They were all waiting for that healing. And that's what we're doing tonight. That's what Tyhson's talking about. That's what Charlie's talking about. It's just this, and Peter, it's like this, we're being called to keep going. And the ancestors are coming out of the woods. The energy that was left behind in such sadness and such grief, it just takes listening to what the land is needing, to what the people that lived on the land, what was left, and to again tread gently, as Tyhson's been talking. So, just didn't want Tyhson to leave without, or anyone else who has to leave, to just like feel this magnitude of this work, that just by simply coming together and learning a few skills, or like Barb, or Flo, she would have never done that years ago, right? Like just tuning in. So that's what the gift of radical earth heart resonance and coming together. We just invite us to keep coming and bringing our love. And Tyhson, always bringing such radical honesty and transparency and love. So thank you. Go eat your dinner. And for the rest of us, we'll continue bringing our love, and just want to make sure everyone, people are beginning to leave, but the land is just getting stronger. The energy is getting stronger. So just want to check in if there anyone, I don't know, Bob.
Just want to make a call out to Amani. Thank you for bringing your project to us and opening up this whole new vista, bringing us the opportunity to go deeper with our answers. Peter, thank you for this project, Mending the Hoop, helping us grow the heartline of America and pulling so many threads through time and space together to bring this together on this wonderful, powerful transmutation day, which is the equinox. So blessings to all of you. I'm off for dinner now. Bye-bye.
Love you, Tyhson. Mwah. Awesome. I'm looking at Bob Challenger. Have you spoken yet? Because I don't know. If you guys, you know, this man is a water maven. Are you there? If you haven't.
Hello, and hi Charlie, hi Barb. I mean Flo, and there's a number of people here. Judy's left. I think Judy's left. Judy Gabriel.
I think she
I
did.
was working with her a few years ago.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I'm in southwestern Ontario, in the middle of the Great Lakes, and about an hour and a quarter from Niagara Falls, where I do ceremony there regularly on the Rainbow Bridge, which connects Canada to the U.S., although right now the border's closed. But anyway, I'm delighted to be here, and I'm more interested in hearing what other people are doing than what I need to tell you, which is, I believe my mission here is to help create peace. And when we create peace, that brings abundance. And the Haudenosaunee, or the Iroquois Nation, proved that when they stopped their warring and created their confederacy. They were suddenly in abundance for everything. So we're on the verge of it. So peace will bring abundance, and abundance will bring peace. Make which. Thank you.
And Christopher, do you want to say anything, or?
Yeah, no, it's an honor to be here with all you. This is the first time I've been to this circle, so I'm honored to be part of this energy. So thank you very much. Thank you, and with Bob as well. It's amazing to be here with Bob.
Nice to see you. Tony, did you get a chance to speak before you got to go, or sing us a song?
Yeah. Okay.
Read us a poem. Read the land a poem, not us. Read the land a poem. Sing the land a song.
Some of my songs have words and some of them don't. But I spent only 3 hours this afternoon with a friend out playing to the trees and the birds out back, and it sounded something like this. Thanks for all the love, everybody. I can feel it. It's just magnificent. I really appreciate it. I'm South Platte Watershed in Lakewood, Colorado.
Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you, Tony. That was awesome.
Shelley, I was wondering if I can make an offering.
Nanshini, I hear your voice. I don't see
Yeah,
you.
you know, for some reason my camera doesn't come in anymore.
Okay.
But just wanted to share with you about the 4 grandmothers at the 4 corners of the world, the wives of the 4 fathers, the father of the East, the West, the North, and the South. These 4 women, these 4 women represent water.
So glad you're.
And so Paluna is ocean, Kakishaha is river, Chomiha is lake, and Sununya is hummingbird of the lake. So I just want to take a moment to call them in Maya and bring an offering. I felt like I introduced myself, but didn't do this prayer that I came to share with all of you. So I would like to honor this Nahual Kawok, spirit of rain, Nahual Imosh, spirit of oceans and water, and spirit of Jawar, heart of mountain, heart of water. So just everyone, just take a breath. Ishlola tatatita mama. Nimalatat palam kitse, nimalanan paluma. Maltios nikaya cheve, maltios, maltios, shiku kashi, maltios, maltios, maltios chawe. Shlola tatatita mama. Nimalatat palamakap, nimalana kakishaha. Maltios nikaya cheve, maltios, maltios, shiku kashi, maltios, maltios, maltios chawe. Ishlola tatatita mama. Nimalatat ikbalam, nimalanan chomiha. Maltios nikaya chere, maltios, maltios, shiku kashi, maltios, maltios, maltios chawe. Ishlola tatatita mama. Nimalatat mahukuta, nimalanan sununya. Maltios nikaya cheve, maltios, maltios, shiku kashi, maltios, maltios, maltios chawe. Maltios, maltios kubalam kitse, balamakab. Ikbalam, Mahukuta, Paluma, Chomiha, Kakishaha, Sununya. Thank you. I call upon the power of our 4 grandmothers and 4 grandfathers to come to purify our hearts, our minds, allow us to be conscious in the mirror of water, transparent like water, strong like water, fluid like water, pure like water. I thank the spirit of the water, and I thank and I honor the job that you are all doing. I connect with my beautiful Lake Atitlan, my Lake Petenitza, the Great Lakes in Chicago and Lake Superior, Lake Michigan. I call upon all lakes in the world, all oceans. Spirit of the mountains, the spirit of the trees, the spirits of the land. Ishimuleo, Ukushka, Ukushuleo, Ukushia, Ukushka, Ukushka Kakibi, Kukushle Kaslema. Thank you, heart of sky. Thank you, heart of earth. Thank you, heart of water. Thank you, heart of fire. Thank you to the 4 winds that we breathe. Breathe. That is the heart of our lives. Matios, 1, 2, 3 times. Matios for each one of you. Matios. Thank you.
Matiosh.
Matiosh Chawe, Matiosh. Matiosh Chawe.
Matios.
Matiosh.
Atiosh.
So
I just wanted to say I wrote while you were drumming and singing, and I wanted to share it with you. It's short, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
Today I went to the water and gave thanks. I offered tobacco and prayers. I am so deeply grateful for an opportunity to do so. I am grateful for the loved ones in my life. Women are the water bearers, the creation, the carriers of emotion, nurturing, and creation. I've always felt a connection to the water since I was a little girl. I remember being about 5 and having to resist myself from jumping off the sailboat I was on and into the ocean, because I felt I belonged under the ocean and in it, not on it. I would sit and bow and lean forward so both hands would skim the waves being created by the boat cutting through the ocean. I would whisper sweet words to that sweet ocean. You could say she was my first love. She felt deeply like my mother. Today, as I came to the ocean in reverence, giving offerings for the equinox, I said a prayer of balance. I looked out at Seattle in the distance and wished every being happiness. I looked at the people playing on the beach and wished them peace. I sent love out to every being, infusing into their very soul light and love. I bowed my head and gave thanks for the ancestors, for the water nation, for all that wake up each day and decide to overcome their struggles and find strength to give love to the world. Autumn equinox is a time for us to enter into the darkness. The Inipi, sweat lodge, the womb, the earth cave, the inner temple. The trickster waits at the door, laughing at our fear, for he knows that wisdom waits on the other side. The ancient ones drum and sing their songs, their bones rattling on the wind. Feel their song. Feel their drums beating inside of you. Release the grip of illusion and dance into the fires of creation. Now is the time for us to come forth, to whisper to the dragonfly who protects the waters, to listen to the jaguar who walks with the night, to learn from the stories of owl and coyote who sit at the fire together and tell us stories so we can learn. We are in the circle and we are transforming. Let us honor the ceremony of this life and walk forward in great respect. Thank you to all seen and unseen that guide us along the way. Love you, bless you, Victory Moon.
Oh, beautiful.
That's very, it's beautiful.
So I believe everyone has shared, and I think it's time to begin to close this circle. Thank you, Victory. That was quite exquisite. And so we're going to just check in with Peter to just see if there's anything more that we want to do for this evening, and allow us to go out with some beautiful music and sound, and want to honor Imani. And I don't know if Jerry wants to come in, but just want to check back with Peter, and we'll just begin to let the energy.
Shelley, I haven't shared yet. This is Sue.
Oh, where are you? I lost you. Oh, there you. Oh, sorry. I'm like going like, who's that?
It's way past my bedtime. Way past.
No, please.
It's that little person inside of me that's like, I need to do this, but I just haven't gotten there yet. But I'm near the Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania. And this is a song that I wrote actually 7 years ago this month. And I haven't sang it for a long time, but I thought it was very fitting for
everything that we're going through. And, you know, I think about the Trail of Tears and, you know, just this whole group, this whole circle is just so powerful. And I'm so grateful to be here and to join you. This is my first time. It's called Pain and Pleasure. Pain is a place where we sometimes go, not knowing what to do to free our soul. We look at the past or fear what's to be, feeling alone, just wanting to be. Pleasure is around us, within us, and near. We just need to seek it and know it is real. The smallest of things can bring joy to the heart. A flower, a bumblebee, a walk in the park. So acknowledge your pain, then set it free. Then go into your heart and take time to see the beauty all around you, so plenty, so free. And connect with that flower or bumblebee. Life is all around us, a pleasure to see. You will know it when your spirit is open and free. Remember the feeling of a smile in your heart and let it remain for the rest of your life. Oh,
Thank you, Sue. So beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Bedtime.
Best is for last. So, Peter, I just want to check back in with you. How you're feeling, and how's the land doing, and how's that EarthRing doing?
Yeah, how's that EarthRing doing? Yeah, feels really good. It feels really complete. I'm really so full of gratitude for all the work that y'all have been putting in this today, and all the love you've been putting into this. You know, yes. So I'm complete.
All right, we will do a drumming out for sure.
In all ways.
Thank you.
I think we have gotten the message through to the earth, and we'll be watching, see how she reacts, see how our brothers and sisters in this land react. Yeah, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we can find unity within diversity. Thank you all.
Awesome. So this is just really beautiful because many of you don't know, but I mean, I tried to get a hold of Peter for years, and we just we would connect a little bit, but not really. And then here you are, and the absolute right timing. So beautiful to have you be part of this gorgeous collective. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
So we will do some song and drumming on the way out. I'm just going to check in with Riverman. I'll be seeing you in a day and a half. We'll have to talk about that tomorrow.
You keep telling me that, Shelley. When is tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Is tomorrow yesterday?
If people keep creating things like this, I might never get there.
This is it. So you have to come to New Hampshire. You have a mission to finish. It's such a joy to be here with all of you tonight and uphold the energy, which is what you see me doing. It's what I love to do. I love to uphold the energy for others to fulfill their gifts and offerings to the world. And tonight we offered it to the Trail of Tears and the 9-around-1 grid, where every place now has the energy we gathered and processed and sent tonight. And so, yes, Peter, I do expect changes. And this is the gift that we all have, the power that we truly are when we gather together in the heart and we come together in peace, light, and love, and of our own free will and accord. And so I am amazingly grateful to each of you for your songs, your voices, your words, the energies, the frequencies that I don't think I ever witnessed before in a group. So I am overwhelmed, I'm overjoyed, and I offer you my peace, my light, and my love. I am whole.
Woo, we are whole. Ah, let's take a big breath.
Shelley,
Yeah.
Shelley, I would like to thank all of everyone's Akashic records that joined us tonight and all dimensions. Thank you so much for bringing all of your guides, angels, elementals, galactic helpers, and everyone that chose to be with us as part of you, as part of us, to share in honoring Gaia and all that we have opened up and expressed together in this beautiful sacred ceremony, honoring the balance of the seasons and the earth. And so I'd like to tell each of our Akash that they can stay with us, but we are closing our collective records at this time to as we sing out or drum out or however this call ends up ending, that they can go home with us, each our own. Thank you so much.
Perfect, Shanti Heart. Thank you so much. All right, Ms. Amani.
It's a gift to be simple and a gift to be free. It's a gift that shares some responsibilities. And as we find ourselves in a place just right, we are tending to the Madrid EarthRing on this equinox night. And as true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, Mama Earth will rise up again. To turn and return, it'll be our delight, for in turning, returning, all things do come round right. We give thanks for the opportunity to be here together in this time and in this place. We give thanks for our ancestors, both physical and spiritual. Give thanks for our future generations and the amazing, amazing, amazing blessing that we all share by standing in the middle. Thank you so much for all of our collective wisdom, our collective efforts, our joy, our weaving. Thank you to the ones and zeros. Thank you to the good of the whole and the connection field. Thank you, Peter, for this vision and your call to action. And thank you to the Evolutionary Dowsing community. And may this energy that we have co-created today continue to rise forward in the people coming together in this way. Blessed be. If there's anything that we forgot about, we turn it over to the Creator to take care of it. We thank you, and we envision this work continuing on for the 7th generation. Blessed be.
Woo! And let's
Maltios, Maltios.
Maltios, and for the children. For the children. See the children walking those that trail of joy, making that energy shift for the planet. The innocent ones within us. So thank you everyone for being here. So beautiful. And believe it or not, we're back here in this, ooh, look at that, just went up. We're back here in this Zoom room tomorrow morning for the People's Fire. And we'll be opening with day 3 of this Trisena. You'll learn more about that. And we just invite you to come play with us on Tuesday nights here in for Radical Earth Heart Resonance. This just continues. Charlie and I will be doing a river run, and my senses will be videotaping some of that and inviting you all to participate and experience what we're about to do. So blessings, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you so much. We love you. We thank you. We honor you. We are you. Charlie, come on, give that last blessing. Bring it in. Come on, you can't.
I am you. You are me. We are unity. Bless you all.
Blessings, everyone. Thank you on Facebook Live. We love you. Brittany, Miranda, Carmen, Farron, Ash Divine, Carly Miller, Heidi, Benita, Peggy, Pepper Lily, and all the rest of you. We love you. Thank you for joining us. Come into this Zoom room. Get that yes on. We love you. Oh, blessings, everyone. See you in the morning.